I'm really excited about the Tesla Science Foundation partnership because of the resources it can bring into our school, and because it's a mutual partnership where the Tesla Science Foundation is excited to have teachers to help them bring the concepts of inventions that are kind of high level and bring it to teachers who will help them understand how to instruct younger students with that. And then likewise for us, we have this team of experts who have been donating their time and really coming in and working with teachers and students to provide some exposure to equipment we've never seen. Tesla coils, the Theremin performer came in. So there's really, those are the real inventions now they're getting to see, which is what we had hoped for when we talk about the holistic approach, that everything will be connected back towards problem solving and that anyone can create something. It's just an idea and the process of creating and thinking and rethinking and perseverance. And really the message of perseverance is one we want for the students, not just if they're inventors, but in life, so that they can keep moving and keep working towards their dreams.
Today we are very lucky to have the Tesla Science Foundation as well as the Tesla Inventors Club come to do some experiments and some demonstrations for you. Some of you may have heard of Nikola Tesla. Some of you may be wondering what all this is about. Wherever your mind is fine. We're going to all learn today from wherever we're at. I also want to acknowledge our members from the Art Institute in Philadelphia who are here filming. Okay, they are students from the Art Institute here to film and document this partnership and our process, and I thank them for coming today. At Tacony, we are inventors. And I would like for you all to think of yourselves as inventors before we have the presentation. Please stand for the Inventor's Pledge. Last night I was a dreamer. Today I am an inventor. If I can dream it, I can imagine it. If I can imagine it, I can create it. By caring for each other and working together, we make our world and our community an exceptional place to be. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, I remember when we first came in the gym, we talked about two kinds of assemblies. One is a pep rally assembly for sports, and one is a learning assembly. This is a learning assembly, so I know you'll be able to direct your attention and respect to our presenters. The first person I'm excited to introduce you to is Mr. Sam. Can you say hello, Mr. Sam?
Hello, everyone. It's great to see all your smiling faces here today, and I love the Inventor's Pledge. It is phenomenal. So, who here wants to be an inventor? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we are here to represent one of the greatest inventors of all time, the Nikola Tesla. He is the inventor of alternating current, which is our current global standard, the induction motor, which allows you to get to and from school every day, and also many other inventions such as radio, X-ray, and many others. I have here with me members of the Tesla Science Foundation and the Nikola Tesla's Inventors Club. Mr. Adolfi, who specializes in the construction of Tesla Tower and actually replicas of the tower apparatus. And we have Mr. Harry Ung, who specializes in wireless energy transfer and many other forms of Nikola Tesla sciences. And we have Mr. Brian Yetzer, who specializes in augmented reality and displaying the works of Nikola Tesla in a new and innovative way. And last but not least, our president, Mr. Nikola Lonchar. His contributions to ensuring the legacy of Nikola Tesla have been second to none. Well, guys, we have here today a series of wonderful inventions that are going to blow your mind. So, with that, I'd like to turn over the mic to Mr. Adolfi Alexander, who is going to walk you through the process of wireless energy transfer.
Hello, my name is Adolf Alexander. I went to school in Philadelphia and I studied engineering and physics and things like that. And afterwards, I started working within the, I guess, the research community. And I started making amplifiers for telecommunications, for satellites, for tanks and Humvees and all of the vehicles that we use for, like the military. After I finished doing that, I got into radio communication on my own terms. And this is a model of the Wardenclyffe Tower that was built in the early 1900s by Nikola Tesla to prove that you could communicate using his ideas of alternating currents. And the basic concept is you put a grounding rod into the ground, and then it sends the signal into the sky, into the air, just like your cell phone signals or anything like that, or the wireless signal inside of your house. And so this device here is based on the traditional spark gap Tesla coil, which is like what this is what people think of when they think of a Tesla coil. This is a model that demonstrates how everything comes together. There's a capacitor here that gets charged up. When the capacitor charges, it sends a spark to this thing over here called the spark gap. In some of the original radios, they used to use a spark gap. If you can read about it, you go on the internet and Google spark gap radio. You can see some really cool stuff where a lot of these ideas came from, the eventual thing that became the networking towers all around us. And then after that, it gets pulsed into a transformer. So the transformer, the basic idea is it takes one voltage. You can take one voltage high, you can take that voltage low. And you can get all types of interesting effects because of it. And there are no wires connecting this top piece to this lower piece, but the electricity uses something called induction. And it induces a current into this magnetic coil right here. And then out of the top, you get a burst. This one here is designed to be connected to a computer. And so you can send digital transmissions. So I haven't gotten it to the point where you could connect it to your cell phone, but I can make noises on your radio. And so I wanted to just turn this one on so you could just hear it. So you don't see any light coming off of it because this one is an antenna. It's not designed to shoot lightning bolts. But if you put something close to it, you can see that. Thank you. And just to show, so some of the people in the back could see what happened, this one here is tuned up to be a much stronger arcing Tesla coil. And I would like to just give you a demonstration of this before I pass it on to the next. And that's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adolphe Alexander. The Tesla Tower is truly a remarkable device, and especially the aspects of the legacy for what that means long terms in terms of wireless energy transfer and how eventually, perhaps energy will eventually be free. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Harry Ung.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to see you here. And we're going to demonstrate something to you in science, and it's magical. So science, people said science is magic. So when you do not understand it, it looks like magic. So there are people who do not believe it, and because, well, when you are doing something new, invention, when people do not understand you, it looks like magic and they don't, but you have to be persistent to keep it on. And when I was a little kid, I liked science very much. And I thought, there's science and arts. Science is not the same as art. So I like science, I don't like art. But I realize science and art are the same thing. And give you an example, like music. Is music an art or science? It's both. Because when you study music, the resonance, the harmonics, the sound, that's math, that's science, that's physics. So arts and science can merge. So as I grow older, I have to learn a little bit more about art. And to show you what I have here, I'm going to demonstrate something about energy, about science. And Tesla, this person back here, who lived about 120, who was like 120 years before us. And at that time, he was doing something that is different from anybody else. And people think, many people do not believe him. And now we are learning a little bit more about him. And I'm going to show you that electricity and sound is very much the same. And it's just like when you go to the universe, when you go out into space, you see solar system, you see planets and rotating everything. So you go up and up and up. Now imagine if you go back down into your body and then go inside of your body, look at the smaller and smaller stuff. It's the same thing. Whatever is inside of it, the small cell, the atoms, molecules, and when you look at it, it's the sun, the cosmos, the solar system, the galaxies. It's very much the same. And what I have here is a glass, wine glass, and I think some of you, if you are aware, you probably know what I will be doing next. Now, this is a wine glass, and some of you may see this demonstration before. Now, recognize one thing. When I hit it, like if I do this or that, the sound continues. Usually just stop. When I've stopped my action, the sound stops. But listen carefully for this one. The sound continues even after I hit it. And that's called resonance. That's something people call standing wave. It's a little bit like the molecules over here. They vibrate. And when they all vibrate at the same time, it's resonance. And it's not only just for a small glass. Even a big glass, like this, it's the same thing. It continues afterwards. So that's called resonance. It vibrates. When I do something to it, it vibrates. But then after it's finished, it still continues. Why is it? Because it stores some energy in there. So next, I want to show you a bigger effect. What that is this is a glass, and it's a little bit like crystal, so they are very uniform. So when I touch one of you, it's kind of like the molecules in there is just like all of us here. When one molecule vibrates, the next one vibrates, and then when everyone vibrates at the same time, at the same frequency, in the same manner, we get resonance. Imagine if we are fighting, some of you are, or some of us are fighting, and it's disharmony, it's a chaos. So nothing seems to work. But when we work together in harmony, miracles happen, magic happens. So this is resonance. So I need a little bit of friction. So do you think it's going to work for this one also? Or no? This is a bigger one. It's the same thing. And notice that when it's done, it still rings a little longer. So that is resonance. That is sound. So I'm going to show you a merging of two things. We just look at sound resonance. And then next, I want to show you wireless power, electricity. This is a plasma ball. Because of the light, we don't see the the fingers shining out over here. So if I touch it, you probably will see some electricity here. And this is something called a plasma ball that they sell it in the store. And if I put something close to it, do you see that it light up? Very dim, but you can see that. So it's just floating there in the air. And so it's wireless electricity power that can transfer from one place to the next. Today we have cell phones and radios and all that, so we know about what wireless is. And that's with small signal, like sound, like voice, TV. But what if power is wireless? Wouldn't that be great? That means we do not have to plug into the wall. Your refrigerator, your television, just pick up energy somewhere in the air. And so we don't have to plug into the wall. And that's possible. Well, so when we do not understand, it looks like impossible, it's magic. But look at this here. It's the same thing. These are LED lights. And there's no battery here. But when I get close to this thing here, it light up. So it's just, you can see it if I move it a little bit. So you see that it blinks. And so wirelessly, energy can go from one place to another. So how is it possible? Now, what I'm going to show you next, I have energy. The reason is because I have energy, electric plug. I have energy going to here. So this thing is like a transmitter. It stores up energy. And this is a very special one that was built kind of like Tesla did. So that's why there's a wireless energy going through to there. And that one over there, it's not being plugged into the wall. This one is connected to that. But if power can go from here to there, then the LED, the light will go on here, will light up here, and there's a motor here, and that requires batteries and power. So I'm going to show that we can transfer energy from here to there, and I'm going to explain to you how. Now, do you see that the lights goes on here and the motor runs? The reason for that is it's not through space. Like you can see that there's energy here, but then there's nothing here. And then when it goes to here, it light up. So that means the energy do not go through space from there to there. And all that was happening was very much like these. Resonance, sound resonance. Resonance is something that when you, kind of like when a swing, when you push, it goes higher and higher and higher. So imagine this is like sound. I have a musical tuning fork. And so this is one musical tuning fork, and that one is another musical tuning fork. And if I hit this musical tuning fork and put it on the table, and then I have another one, and I don't hit it, just put it on the table, do you know what's going to happen? When I hit this one, put it on the table, like a musical tuning fork, and put this one on the table, they would. Mm-hmm. This one, the one that I did not hit, is going to pick up the vibration from the table. And then this one, the one that I did not hit, will start to ring. So that's resonance. So it's very much like when I'm angry, you sit next to me, you feel it. I didn't even touch you, but if I'm angry, I look at you, you feel my energy. If I'm happy, you sit next to me, you feel happy. So it's the same thing. When things are in resonance, it can influence one another. So electricity works just like that. So when Tesla talked about that, nobody believed him. But it's true. So we just have to think differently. I have a story to tell you about, say we sometimes think about invention, that means you must be very smart. Not necessarily. You just have to think differently. A story like a farmer has a field, so he was plowing and growing crops every day. So he got 2 buckets. He had like a bamboo and 2 buckets. So he carried water to the farm and watered the vegetables and garden every day. But then one of the buckets got too old, and there was a crack, and it was dripping and dripping. So by the time the farmer got to the field, this bucket that was leaking was only like 1/4 left. So this bucket was very sad. And one day he said to the person, "I'm so sorry that you have to use all your energy to carry the water over there to the field, but I'm leaking and I'm no use." So the bucket was very sad and depressed. So the farmer told him, "Well, you're doing great. You're just doing perfect. You're just fine. Let me show you." So he carried the bucket and walked through the road again. And he said, "Look at this, look at the ground." And do you know what the bucket saw? Yes, a lot of stuff growing on this side where it's leaking. There was flowers, there was a lot of beautiful colors on this side where it was leaking. So because of a dripping of the water, flower grows, and it was such a beautiful place. And so we just have to think differently. So I hope I would give you an encouragement. Even if you do not have to be a scientist, you do not have to be, science and art are pretty much the same, and you do not have to be very unusual like anybody. Just have the persistence to think differently. That will get you there.
Well, guys, you've been witnessing some really extraordinary feats today. And I have to say, are any of you impressed at the things you're witnessing so far? Yeah. Wonderful. We have some more to come. And up next, I have a very special guest with us, Mr. Brian Yetzer of Yetzer Studios. Mr. Brian Yetzer is going to show you guys something that you have probably never seen before.
Testing, testing. Can you all hear me? Yes. Excellent. Very honored to be here. And you're all here to witness the magic of Nikola Tesla and all the fine people in this organization that want to bring you the message on how great he was and all the scientific contributions he has given us as in humanity. For humanity's sake, we're here to celebrate Nikola Tesla, and in this case, the Tesla coil. And I am Brian Yetzer. I am a 3D graphic artist, and I have a question for you. How many people in here have a mobile device? Oh, wow. All right, how many people have Apple devices? Raise your hand. Oh, my goodness. Holy Moses. So what I thought I would do today is showcase this Tesla coil here, for example, with this app that I'm developing. Now, I'm sure you all have apps on your devices. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to develop an app that would showcase how this device works, for instance. Now, how many people have heard of a technology called augmented reality? No. Okay. Here's what it looks like. Actually, I need a volunteer. Why don't you come on up here. Hold that. Hold that up high. Can everybody see his screen? Oops. Might be a little difficult for you to see in the back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to say that Nikola Tesla made the invisible visible through his science. And we're surrounded by the invisibility of life, energy, resonance. Harry, in his presentation, made that very clear. So with augmented reality technology and the app, in this case that I'm developing, is to help explain this particular device, but also to make you realize that there's more in the ether than we recognize, and technology makes this possible. Look at this. So what I'm going to show you here is this actually does play back how the device works. So it'll draw you in. It's an edutainment tool to not only educate you, but entertain you through 3D graphics and app development and et cetera. So if you go ahead and swipe the switch here, you what? How's it going? So you're going to get a surprise at the end. We just got to wait for about a minute and 30. So it goes step by step here.
The resulting high-frequency electric current creates a pulsating magnetic field. The close proximity of the primary and secondary coils results in mutual magnetic coupling between the two coils. Electrical energy is transferred into the 1/4
We'll give it a second here.
Secondary coil by electromagnetic induction. The two coils resonate together at the same
Wait till it gets to the
frequency,
top.
producing an even higher voltage in the secondary due to resonant standing wave voltage rise.
Almost
As the
there.
potential atop the secondary resonator increases to as much as 200,000 millivolts, the high voltage toroid terminal creates an electrical discharge and sparks stream out into the air.
Look at this all. So be on the lookout for video games and other simulations that take advantage of this mobile technology in the upcoming years. I just wanted to introduce this to you, and hopefully you'll get to download it within the next couple months, and you can try it for yourself at home. Thank you for your time. Wait a minute, what's that? Nikola Tesla for now. I'm in the process of branding it, so good question. I can make sure that you get a link. Excellent. Any other questions, by the way? Yeah. Sure.
I was asking, what was it? I couldn't see it.
What was this?
Yeah, what was it?
It's called a Tesla coil, and the Tesla coil is all about wireless transmission of electricity. So this is on a larger scale, it's a transmission tower to broadcast electricity around the world. So this is a small demo model, just similar to that of what we have here. So what you see at the top is the electricity emitting, and that powers devices wirelessly. And again, this was conjured up over 100 years ago.
Alrighty.
Hey,
Ladies and
I'll be back.
boys and girls, Brian Yetzer.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
It's the studio. Well, guys, we've witnessed some really strange effects, from wireless transmission of energy to single wire energy transfer to augmented reality. But one of the most unknown aspects of Nikola Tesla is that now he is the official unit of the basis for magnetic flux density. And on that note, I'm going to need a volunteer. We'll go with you right there. Yes. No, no, no. No, you, no, no, you. With the glasses, yes, yes. Come on. Well, guys, I'm going to be showing you a few strange effects dealing with magnetism, and I just want our... I'm sorry, what's your name?
Corinne.
Corinne here is going to validate some of the aspects of what you're about to see. This device here, if you could hold that for me. This here is a simple magnetic device that illustrates near perpetual motion. Now, perpetual motion isn't something that is scientifically validated, but you can minimize friction and achieve a near frictionless bearing, which will basically allow your motors to run for much longer distances. Then we have devices that levitate. Did you guys get a shot? Did you guys see that? Okay. Well, what we have here is a simple neodymium magnet, the strongest magnet that you can get. And essentially, the positive and negative poles allow for mild levitation. Flying, if you will. Oh, there it goes. Would you like to give it a shot? Yeah, spin it really hard. Oh, nope. Well, under normal circumstances, we'd have more time, but basically, when you utilize new aspects of technology, you open the world for a number of possibilities. And you guys are now paving the way for the future. And we, as the Tesla Science Foundation, are here to help you understand the legacy of Nikola Tesla and how that applies to the world you're growing up in. So, thank you for your time, guys. And thank you, Ashley Redfern, for endorsing this wonderful project.
All right, thank you. Friends, I have a couple things I want you to listen to. This was quite an opportunity for us. So when I met Mr. Nick from the Tesla Science Foundation, okay, and he found out that we have an inventor school, he got all his friends to come out and work with us. So thank you, Mr. Nick. Now, the other thing we want to keep in mind, and I want you just to think about this one. Just think in your heads quietly. Keep your ideas in your mouth. We believe that one of the next great inventors is sitting right here. Right here.
Okay, so what we've got in front of you, you guys had probably never seen before. That's what I'm here to talk about today. There are people who for the last 100 years have never seen this device. You guys are especially privileged to be one of the few people, especially at your age, to see this device. Now, it's awful weird looking. You wouldn't guess it, but let's see. Can anyone guess what this might be? How about you? You were up first. Yes, you.
Okay, hold on.
A piano. You're close. Right, right.
A piano.
A piano. You're close. You got the idea that it's a musical instrument, huh? How about you, miss, right there with the microphone? He'll give it to you.
Where are we at?
Right here, in the front. Yep. What do you think it might be?
I think it's a xylophone.
A xylophone. That's a good guess, too. Let's do one more. This guy here looks so eager. Can we get the mic to him?
We can.
What do you think it might be?
Electric keyboard.
Ah, now you're getting closer. What you see here in front of you today, guys, I'm sure yours was a good guess too, but the name of this instrument is called a theremin, which you probably have never heard, or maybe a few of you have, because it's named after the guy who invented it. But in order to understand what this gizmo does, let's put it in context about a couple things. Does anyone here know what wireless means? All right, let's go right here in the front to the lady right here. How about you? You tell the microphone, what does wireless mean?
It means that something that doesn't have a wire, but it can like work without a wire.
That's exactly correct. For those who didn't hear, what she said was it means something can work without a wire. Something that needs electricity but doesn't have a wire. Now that might seem like I'm making it up because if you look over here, you can see lots of wires. But this instrument itself doesn't require a wire. You guys, I'm sure, know other things of electronic devices that are wireless. Who here's seen a cell phone before? Ah, so you all have. Great. Who here has seen or sent a text message on a cell phone? All of you guys, huh? Well, when you send a message on a phone, it's like you wrote a little note, and it went into the air, and it went to its destination, and they were able to read it without wires. Does everybody follow what I just said? Yes. Good. Well, this instrument does the same thing. It makes music without wires. Now, there's lots of different ways you can get instruments to sound. Has anyone here seen a guitar? All right. Now, when you play a guitar, what do you do to it? You can just holler it out loud. What do? You strum it. That's right. And when you strum it, it makes a sound, doesn't it? Now, somebody over here had said they thought that maybe this was an electric piano. How do you get a sound out of an electric piano? You can just holler it out.
By just playing on it and playing different keys.
That's right. You use your hands, don't you? You strike it. How about a saxophone? How would you get a sound out of a sax?
Actually, you put your mouth on it and you do this.
Yeah, that's right. You blow into it. So all those instruments make noise different ways, but none of them apply to this. So how does this instrument work? If you don't blow in it, and you don't hit it with your hands, and you don't strum it, what do you think might be the case? How about we bring the microphone up to that eager fellow all the way in the back row who seems to have so many great answers. How do you play it?
You use your hand and glide it across the top of it.
Excellent. You've obviously seen one before. He said you use your hand to glide it across the top. Now, if I was playing a guitar, I'd want to strum strings. But there's no strings here. This is just air. So somehow, almost as if magic, now how did I do that? Exactly, you don't know. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. I'm going to tell you in the simplest way. Inside each one of us is a tiny little bit of electricity. It's got a fancy word to it. It's called capacitance. There's your science word of the day, kids, capacitance. You can go home and amaze your friends by using the word capacitance. And what does that mean? It just means that little bit of electricity that's within you. And that little bit of electricity comes into a field created by this instrument. This instrument makes an invisible field that goes all the way around. I bet you don't believe me, so let me show you. How could this be? I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing here. Okay, now, the reason that happens is because inside of us is a little tiny bit of electricity called capacitance. And when it comes into this wireless field of magnets, it makes a sound. And that sound is the sound you just heard. Now, it's coming from this antenna. So the closer I get to this antenna, the higher it's going to go in sound. And what do you think is going to happen if I go the other way? That's right, it's going to go lower. Now, the reason that's happening is because there's a big invisible wall of electricity all around me. That's how you were able to see me put my hand up and make a sound. When I stand behind this instrument, I'm standing in that wall of electromagnetic electricity, and that capacitance, that little bit of electricity inside of me, is mixing with this field, and it's making a sound. It's the only instrument in the world that does that. Now, I bet you think this is a new instrument, huh? Let's have some guesses. When do you think, how old do you think this instrument is? We've got a microphone here. Let's go with this guy here in the front.
10 years.
10 years is a good guess. Who else has another guess? How about that guy on the end?
11.
11 years. It's like The Price is Right. Whoever gets closest. All right, let's do one person from this end, because we haven't gotten any of these lovely green shirt folks. How old do you think it is?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years? One more. How about you?
I think it's 100 years.
You are correct. It is 100 years old. How could it be 100 years old if you've never seen it? Who wants to take a guess on that? How about you, miss? He's going to bring the microphone over to you. How could it be 100 years old and you've never seen it? Right here in the front.
It could be 100 years old because, well, the part when you said nobody's seen this in about 100 years, I guess, well, it's 100 years old then. And y'all call it the Nikola Tesla Club, and Nikola Tesla, like, he was born like a while ago.
You're getting really, really warm with your answer. That was pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Nikola Tesla is a very famous, brilliant scientist, one of the most brilliant scientists that ever was on this planet. And he did a lot of important things. One of the things he did was he's responsible for our electricity, why we have it. Sure, Ben Franklin had something to do with that. Lots of folks had something to do with it. Tesla also invented wireless. He was the first guy to say, we don't need wires to make this message go from here to here. We can send it in the air. Who here has seen Willy Wonka? All right, you remember that scene where the boy in the chocolate factory shrinks down real small and goes through the air and then gets put back? That's the same thing. Now, Nikola Tesla was a brilliant man who decided that he could make things transmit without wires. And no one had thought of that. And he was so ahead of his time in the early 1900s that it took all the way to today for us to be using these inventions like a cell phone and a text. That's how ahead of his time he was. And that's why this instrument, even though it's 100 years old, you folks have probably never seen because it's ahead of its time. It's also very hard to play. Why is it hard to play? Who wants to take a guess as to why it's hard to play? Let's go with somebody on that side. How about that guy right there? Yeah.
Because
Why is it hard to play?
I don't understand why it's hard to play, because all you have to do is just wave your hand and then a sound comes out.
That's a good point. You're right. It's easy to make a sound on it, but it's hard to play music on it, because when you just wave your hand, you just get this. You know any songs that go like that? That's not very pretty, is it? With a normal instrument, guys, you would play music like a piano by looking at where your hands are going. But I can't look at where my hands are going because it's just air. So it becomes very hard to play this instrument without concentrating really, really, really hard, like when you have to stand really still. Now, you guys seemed pretty interested in this thing, so I'm going to let each and every one of you take a turn in a few minutes on coming up here and making noise on it. But I'm going to show you how it's done first. Okay, so let's get back to Mr. Nikola Tesla for a sec. We all went. Now, Mr. Tesla invented this wireless technology. And a smart guy in Russia named Leon Theremin said, wow, this Nikola Tesla guy is so smart, I want to build something with this wireless technology. And he thought about building a burglar alarm. That would mean that if somebody was trying to sneak into your home, the minute they hit that area, you could hear them. And you'd wake up. And after he invented this burglar alarm, he realized, hey, I bet you I could make a musical instrument out of it. So he did. And that's how this device became invented. When it first came out, almost 100 years ago, people played this device on concert stages the same way you'd go see an orchestra or a band today. But after a while, people weren't able to play this instrument anymore because no one knew how it worked, or no one knew how to get good on it, and people forgot all about it. And it almost disappeared entirely years before any of you guys were born. Then somebody came up with the bright idea of, well, what if we used it for sound effects? Who here has seen a scary movie before? All right. When you see the ghost, doesn't he go? And when the spaceship lands from outer space, doesn't it go? And because of that, this instrument found a home. And they used it to make funny noises in movies, to make scary sounds. Well, for years and years and years, that's all this device did. And then I came around. Now, I'm from Philadelphia. Are all you guys from Philadelphia? Yeah. All right. So I decided that I wanted to take this instrument and play pretty classical music on it. And I put together a group called the Divine Hand, and we play pretty classical music on it. And I have to stand really, really, really still on a stage and pull notes out. I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right? Now, thank you. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Thanks. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I think the most important thing that we remember here is that a really smart scientist named Nikola Tesla took this idea of wireless and gave it to the world. And a Russian scientist named Leon Theremin used it to make an instrument. Now today we use electricity to make music all the time, but back then no one used electricity to make music at all. So this was the first instrument that was invented to use electricity, and to this day it's the only instrument in the world you play without actually touching anything. None of you can name another instrument in the world you play without touching. Every instrument that's out there you have to touch, except this. So, one more time, everybody. What is this instrument called? That's right, a theremin. And the guy who invented its last name was? No, Theremin. The guy who invented its last name was Theremin, but he couldn't have invented it without the wireless technology of? All right. Now, let me show you how you get sound out of this. This hand, the closer you get to the antenna, the higher it's going to go. This hand, and this is where it gets really tricky, goes the opposite. The closer I get to the antenna, the quieter it gets. To get louder, I go away from it. Now, who here can pat their head and rub their belly at the same time? All right. Will you teach this in school or something? All right, now if you could do that, you can come up here and do this. So we're going to do this in a nice, orderly fashion. The teachers are going to guide you up here one at a time, and you're going to be able to stand here. All right, you can stop patting your head. Now, I'll give you a little bit of advice. You guys don't have to worry about this hand so much. This is the hand that's going to make the sound. Okay, now, before we let everybody try it, does anyone have any questions? Questions? Okay, where's my Mr. Microphone Man? There he is. All right. Let's start with this gentleman right here with the white shirt and glasses in the front. That guy. What's your question?
How is it made?
How is it made? That is an excellent question. There's, just like if you opened up the back of a cell phone, there's a bunch of little tiny computer electronic components, they call them. They're little boards with little dots and knobs on them that are really tiny inside. They're called resistors and capacitors, and they're all packed in this little box right here so that they make this guy make one field and this guy make another. That's about how it's made. Yes, next to him. This girl right here.
Well, sometimes when your hand go near the wires, you're not really playing nothing, and then I don't know, but then sometimes you are.
That's good observation. That's because all you have is one big tone. It's only by separating my hand and the space that I can make notes instead of it just going and go. And then when I move my hand back and forth real gently, it kind of sings. So sometimes it makes music and sometimes it doesn't, all depending on what you're doing with your hands. All right, how about that guy right there?
Is another reason because people came out with new fashion stuff and they forgot about that and like the phones and everything?
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people did forget about this instrument. They had never seen it. You don't look at it and go, ooh, look how pretty that instrument is. And most people, even people way up in the age bracket of me, have never even seen this instrument. And then we have you folks that this is the first time you're seeing it. So yeah, you're right, a lot of people forgot it existed. And right here in Philadelphia, your hometown, is where I and my group are putting this out in front of the world again so people can see it. Does everybody here go to websites? Divinehand.net, and you can see lots and lots of videos of me. That's divinehand.net. Now, our next question, how about this guy right here since you're on that side? What's your question?
I wanted to make a connection that like about the alarm, how he made it where like when he would when you would walk close to it, it would go off, or like when you would hit it or whatever. Well, I wanted to make a connection that one day I was getting out of my car. The car next to me, I guess it had something like that on it, and I was so close to it, the alarm started going off.
Did it start going off? Was it loud? Same concept, same idea, except in your case, somebody probably bumped the car next to it, whereas in my case, all you got to do is walk into that electric wall to make a sound. But someday, they might make cars that have that little electric field around it, just the same thing. How about the guy next to him, since you're on that side?
Where are we at?
That guy.
Is it kind of like a metal detector?
I'm sorry, say again.
Is it kind of like a metal detector?
Is it kind of like a motion detector? Oh, it's exactly like a motion detector, or exactly like a metal detector, but instead of metal, it's detecting that little tiny bit of electricity inside of me. Who here has had a goldfish before? All right. Now, did anybody here ever have a goldfish that died? Yeah. Okay, well, you remember the difference between when he was alive and when he wasn't? That was like a little spark of electricity to make him swim around. I've got a little spark of electricity in me to make me talk to you, and you've got a little spark of electricity in you to make you raise your hand. So that's how this works. Instead of metal, it's that little bit of electricity inside of us. Okay, how about that girl over there looks so anxious. How about we give her a question? What's your question?
Are they still being, are you able to purchase them today?
Yes, you can not only purchase these, you can make one, but they're really hard to make. It's kind of like making a radio, but you can make one, you can buy one, there's companies that make them. This guy here, I put together myself, and I use him to come to school so you guys could play him, and of course for the Tesla Science Foundation, which I'm a member of and participate every year in. And I put this together specifically so that we could do it for Tesla. This would cost a couple of $100s. Now the instrument I play with my group is a much bigger version of this, and that's cost like $10,000. Yeah, so you can make all different versions of this. All right, we got time for a couple more questions. How about this girl right here in the front? And then we'll come over to that side one more time.
So if you wanted to build that over again, can you use like different materials for it?
You could. You still need the same kind of insides, but you can make the outside look any way you want. And over the years, people have made them look different. There is a video on YouTube of a kitty playing with one, and the cat can't understand how every time it tries to bite the antenna, it makes that noise. And that Theremin is only this big. In Japan, they make these so small you could put them on your key rings. And yet in Russia, they're so big, they'd be from like here to here. So all different sizes. Yes?
I just was wondering, when you play with your group, do you all stand in the field and play it at the same time? Like, can more than one person play at a time?
My group is classical musicians. I'm the only one who plays this instrument in my group. They stay real far away from me, and they play violins and harps. But because of my electric field, they have to stay way over there. And I got to stay all by myself on the edge of the stage. No one's allowed to come near me within 6 feet when we're playing with my group, because we're playing opera, which requires me to stand really, really still, which you guys are all going to see, because the more you move around back here, the more it measures. Watch. Doesn't look like I'm moving, but you can hear that I am. So when I play with my group, to answer your question, I have to stand really still, but I also have to stand very far away from them. And they're playing harps and violins, and then I'm all by myself using this to sing. And when you close your eyes, you might think there's an opera singer on stage, because that's what I specialize in, is opera. All right, we got time for 1 or 2 more questions. How about we go to this side of the room? Let's go to that girl over there who hasn't had a chance.
How do I play the bigger ones?
Same way. It doesn't matter the size because it's all about that little spark of energy in you. How about we find somebody from the back since those guys haven't had much chance? And then we're going to start letting you guys come up and take a turn.
Go deep? Gotta go deep?
Yeah.
Good boy.
And could you say it loud so I can hear you? Any of you?
How does it make music?
How does it make music? Well, in between that big line, it's up to me to make music. I have to find the note. It's up to me to do that. It itself doesn't make any music at all. Just makes funny noises. All right, we got time for one more question. How about that little girl there with the braids on either side? She's been asking a bunch, and we've never given her a chance. Huh? That her, yeah.
There you go, sir. Pass it down, please.
All right, what's your question?
Where can you buy one at?
I'm sorry?
Where can you buy one?
Where can you buy one? That's a very good question. There's a company in North Carolina by a guy named Moog. He invented the synthesizer. Who knows what a synthesizer is? No, not many. Who knows what an electric keyboard is? All right, synthesizer is a fancy name for that. And his company still makes them. So what we're going to let you guys do now is your teachers are going to bring you up, come up this way, and then take them through that way. And I'll guide them through each one.
Okay, so we're going to do it for the first row.
You can go either way you want.
We're going to go this way so we don't.
It's just whenever somebody walks by the antenna. Now, why is that happening? Now, how is that happening?
You don't need to touch the Theremin because why? It's the only instrument that works without what? Without touch.
You don't back talk the teacher, you.
Now remember. Remember, the reason we're exploring this is because it is an invention. Right? And you all know that you are inventors here at Tacony, right? Okay, so let's start over here with Shay, okay?
That was good.
You can use two hands, right? One hand here and one hand here, right?
That was good too.
I got it locked in, so if you...
Now you guys go and invent something cool like this too, all right? You good. Now you see, if you guys go and invent something like this, then maybe your children will be sitting in a classroom with somebody your age years from now, showing them how an instrument they've never seen works. And wouldn't that be cool? All right, who's next? Bring them up.
Can they do this somewhat in front?
Yeah, sure. They don't have to be on the side. So do it from here, guys. See, the closer they are to the antenna, the more constant the sounds. That's confusing.
They can do it like this way.
They can do it. Stay on this side. You got it. That was pretty good. I'm gonna turn it around for you. There you
Adam,
go.
I'm going to go out there. Just listen for me, okay? Excuse me, sweetie.
You got it. That's how you do it.
Here, guys.
Good job.
Just say that was really neat. Say the phrase, that was really neat.
That was really neat.
How did you like that?
Really good. Really cool.
It was awesome.
Awesome.
Good.
Decent.
That was very cool.
Amazing. Huh? What?
How did you enjoy that? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Decent. Of
All
course
right,
it
who's
was.
the next batch?
Of course.
All right, now we're ready to check
I
for
don't
the
know.
next group.
Just say it was
Use
really
both
good.
hands.
Good.
Okay.
It was really good. I want to do it again. Awesome.
All right,
Perfect.
come on, try.
It was cool. What?
Say it was really great.
It was really great.
Say it was really great.
It was really great. It was really great.
It was really great.
All right.
How did you enjoy it?
It was really great. I already said it.
That was good.
Enjoy that. Was that fun?
Yes.
Say it was fun.
It was fun.
Tell me how you enjoyed that. Say it was really great.
It was really great. It was so great that it was so awesome. It was pretty
There
cool.
you go.
Say that again. Come here, son. Say that again.
And when I get home, I might build one.
I like your hand.
It was great. Awesome.
That's pretty good.
It was real good.
It was really nice. It was really.
So, sweetheart, how did you like that?
Move this
Was
hand
that
up.
fun?
Yes.
There you
It was
go.
fun.
It was fun.
That was a good job. You got it too. Oh, a bunch of young Thereminists if ever I
I
saw
can try to
one.
catch like 20 more kids. I'll do it, all right? Here, guys. How did you like that? Say it was great.
It was great.
How did you enjoy
I
that?
loved it. It was awesome.
Sweetheart, come here. How did you enjoy that?
It was
All right,
nice.
who's the next group?
How did you enjoy that?
Teachers will
It
bring
was
you up.
nice and it was really fun.
I think it was nice.
One at a time.
It was interesting. It was wicked.
Thank you. How about for the
There
teacher?
you
Give me
go.
a quick one. How did you
Move
enjoy
this
that?
hand around.
Okay. How did you enjoy that?
I loved it. I really loved it. I think the kids are really getting a kick out of it as well. I look forward to getting my turn to play.
All right.
You got it. Lift that hand up.
How did you guys enjoy that? Say it was great.
Great. Awesome.
Lift that hand up. There you go.
How did you enjoy that?
Good.
Lift that hand
Good?
up.
Okay.
Good.
Was that neat?
Awesome.
Lift that hand up. You got it. There you go.
How
Move
did
that
you enjoy
one.
that?
Good job.
Good. Say it was fun.
It was fun.
Lift that hand up. There you go.
Come here. Tell me how much you like that.
Very much.
You
All
got it.
right. How'd you like that?
The conductor there.
Excellent. Thank you. How'd you like that, sweetheart?
Good job.
I liked it.
Okay.
Ballerina.
Awesome. Okay.
Don't want to try it. Don't want to try it.
How'd you enjoy that?
Don't want to try it. How about you?
Okay.
There we
How'd
go.
you enjoy that? Was it neat?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me it was a great. Tell me what you liked about that. Was it neat?
That was good.
Yeah, guess so.
You guess so? You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You liked it? Okay. What about you, son?
Lift that hand up.
No?
It was cool.
Cool. What about
Amazing.
you? What about you?
Fantastic.
What about you?
Scary.
Lift that hand. There you go.
Say it was great.
Good.
There you go.
You want to say? No? You guys want to tell me what you thought about that? Say it was great.
It was good.
You got it.
Okay.
Lift that hand up.
What do you guys think about that?
Amazing.
Excellent. What do you think about that? Good. Say good. Real loud.
Good.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Hey, sweetheart. Here. How'd you like that?
Good.
Ah. Too many kids. I'm gonna have to stop. Hold on. How'd you like that?
It's awesome.
Awesome. What'd you think about that?
Good.
Good. Okay. What'd you think about that, sweetheart?
I don't know.
It was great. What'd you think about that?
I think it was like it made no sense. Like it's like
Good
there's like
job.
a little button to go to it.
Okay. What'd you think about that?
It was cool.
It was good.
Awesome. It's my second time seeing one.
Oh my God! Really?
Just makes a funny noise.
So it was good.
But you don't need to touch it. To
I
make
loved
it.
it.
Make
Oh,
sound.
amen.
Scientifically awesome. Great.
Great.
Good job.
What did you think about that? You liked it? Say it loud. Say I liked it.
There you go.
I
You got
liked it.
Excellent. How about you, sweetheart?
It was fun.
Fun? What did you think about it? What did you like about it? You like that?
Cool. Cool. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead. How about you,
got
son?
it.
What'd you think about that?
It was good.
Good? What'd you think about that?
It was amazing.
Excellent. No. You might be on the internet. How'd you like that?
That was the best one yet.
We're going to make a video out of this when it's all done, okay? You can say hi. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I had a teacher trying it.
It was awesome.
I want to hear. Thank you, sweetie. What'd you think about that?
What?
How'd you like that?
It was good.
Good?
Good. It was good.
You got it.
Good.
Good? Did you like that?
Yes, good. Yes, I liked it.
Tricky,
Awesome,
isn't
I'm
it?
great.
You
Awesome.
got it though. Good job.
What's up? No, I'm kidding. Find out what?
How did you like
Lift this hand a little
that?
higher.
Good?
Good.
Say it was great.
There you go.
Freedom.
Freedom, okay. Did you like that?
Cool.
Cool?
Cool.
Cool?
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome. What'd you like?
Yeah.
Good? Did you like that?
Yep.
What'd you
Yeah.
like? Yeah, okay. It's too hard to do. These kids are going too
There you
fast.
go. You got it.
Come on. Your shoes are tight, sweetheart.
Good job.
Do you like the presentation?
All right, you were watching me. That was good.
Say
Yeah,
like
you try.
I liked it.
Okay.
Yes, I liked it.
Good?
I liked it.
You liked it? Okay.
Liked it.
Okay.
You got it.
Thank you. I'm trying. There's too many kids here. Come on, guys. Did you like that?
Lift that hand a
Yes.
little higher.
Yes? Did you like that?
There you go.
What was good about it? Was it great?
Yes.
There
Yeah.
you go. It's tricky, isn't
It
it?
was awesome.
Good.
Okay.
There you go.
Did you like that, son?
Yeah.
Say it was great.
It was great.
How about you?
Good.
Lift that hand. There you go.
Did you like what you saw in
Got
there?
Yes.
Yeah? You like it?
Yes. Awesome.
Good job.
I'm trying to give you a moment's break so you can
Oh,
edit
very
these words.
good.
Did you like that?
All right.
Say it was great.
Another
great.
one. Great job. You guys were paying attention.
It was wonderful.
I like that.
It was fun.
Fine?
I loved it.
Amen.
It
Lift
was
that hand a
fun.
little higher.
Fun.
And now put this hand
Okay.
in. There you go.
Say it again. Say it was funny.
That mic.
Little higher,
It
there
was
you go.
fun. That microphone is
job.
not loud at all.
Well, it's for the video. It's not for the amplifier. Did you
Got
like
it.
that?
Yes.
Say it. Say I liked it.
I liked it. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you. How about you guys?
It was very fun.
Excellent. Did you guys get a chance to say
Every
it?
movement.
No, I see.
Okay, you want to say it? No? Okay. Who didn't say it already? Okay, say it again.
It was fun.
Okay. How about you girls?
It was
got it.
fun.
How about you?
It was fun.
You shake that hand a little bit.
No, I didn't do it.
brought
You did? How about her? Sweetheart, did you go?
It's hard, isn't
Yes.
it?
It was fun.
That's why you
It
don't
was
see many
fun.
people playing it. Is that okay for the kids?